Sega did it, everybody. They did it. They did the one thing that we didn't think they were going to do. So, before we get into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about the good news that we got. I said I was not going to talk about Persona 5 the Phantom X anymore, unless they fixed the game or went into service, and well, they fixed the game. Not all of it, but for the most part, they fixed the things that a lot of people gave a shit about. Except for one, and we'll get into that, but we're just going to do a TLDR of all this, just to kind of compact it. If you want to actually read this whole letter I have here, you can go to the P5X website and you can read the whole thing, but we're going to get just kind of just TLDR. They did a lot of good here. So what did they do? Let's go into it. So they talked about the contract system, how it's an 80 pity, hard pity. You have a 50-50, you lose the 50-50, you get it on 160, right? Your Hoyoverse level of 50-50 system. They're adding in the 110 system that's in the Asian regions, where if you hit 110, you're guaranteed the 5-star, the limited 5-star. Okay? Real simple. Old one, you had a 50-50. New one, you're guaranteed. Both will still be in there. But there is a note here. I just want to read this, though, from the letter, just to make sure you guys keep this in mind. The contract systems have differing rates and different draw counts, so please check the details once implemented. Pick one that best fits your own playstyle. Meaning, those are two different systems, okay? So there's the 50-50 system, and then there's 110 system. If I pull 20 on the 50-50 and I'm like, you know what? No, I want to do the 110. I want the guarantee. I don't want to do the 50-50. That doesn't move over. They're not counted together. So when you're pulling, make sure you're doing the one that you want to do, okay? They didn't talk about the rates in here at all when it comes to the soft pity rates. My theory is, this is just a conspiracy theory, but once the 110 comes in, I bet the soft pity will feel a lot better on the 50-50 system. Just saying. You might get a character, you might get the 5-star at 73 or 74, and you're going, oh, that's weird. I was only getting it at 80 every single time last time, like I did when I got Makoto. You know, same idea. Also, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about in here, was they didn't say when it was coming. They said that it is going to be earlier than 6 months as opposed to the Chinese and Asia version, which, as far as I knew, that was 3.0 for them. So what does that mean for us? Does that mean it's coming in 2.0? Does it mean it's coming in our 3.0, which would be before 6 months? My guess is that's probably what's going to be. They're probably going to say, hey, it's going to be at the 6 month. It's going to be at the 3.0 version, which would be like 4 months, which is technically, this is not correct. And I'd be fine with it. As long as they're implementing it, I'm totally cool with it. I think it's great. The Minami situation. So pretty much, she was supposed to be on plan 3 and 4 of the, plan 3, 4 for when you play the game. There's like plan 1, plan 2, the Lufel, plan 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. She's not on there in the Western version. While she was on there on the Chinese version. They're giving us something new in order to get her Cognite and her weapon. What it comes down to. We're getting a different way to get her. It's great. It's great. It's a great change. Now, the kind of the shitty thing, right? The thing that a lot of people really got mad about, the 6 month period. They're not shaken on this. They're putting their foot in the ground, and saying, hey, yeah, no, we're still doing the 6 months. You're gonna wait 6 months until after release, and then they'll go to the standard banner. I've been reading online, and I don't know how much this is true, that the reason that they're doing that is because they shot themselves in the foot with the initial announcement of, yes, they're gonna go to the standard banner after 6 months, and they can't go back on that now. And the whole idea is it's illegal if they would go back to it because they created FOMO, which is obviously very illegal in Japan. So had they said, hey, we're going to put it on the standard banner after the original month, this wouldn't have been a problem. So that's they shot themselves in the foot, pretty much. This was their fuck up there, and where they apologized for it. This was a screw up. And then this is the Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot. We're not going to tell you that, but we did. Fuck up. So, frequency of new characters, rewards. They're saying that they're going to give us accelerated rewards as well as accelerated currency, because to compensate for the accelerated patches, because they weren't doing that. They're saying 2.0. They're going to give us 20 platinum tickets, 20 platinum mill coins. That's gaslighting. They did that in China and the other Asian regions. So they're just gaslighting you on that. So whatever. But the rest of this, fucking amazing. So they're going to actually, do that. But I hope they don't go, yeah, we're going to give you all these rewards. We're still going to keep them backloaded in the trials, though. Paid item stuff, we don't really care about that. We're free to play, right? So most of us are free to play. Upcoming feature tasks. So they're saying that you can get Phantom Thieves Cognite shards. You get 60 shards. You get the 60 Cognite shards. You get the dupe of the character. It's really good. Really, really cool. But it's one shard a week, which is 60 weeks, that means, which is a little over a year to get it. So just kind of keep that in mind. That will take a little over a year. This is 52 weeks in a year. So it's a year and like 2 months. The new Lufel business plan. This is something new for our versions, for the West, where we could forge 5-star weapons. Something also new for the West that's not in the other regions. That Cognite thing that I was just explaining, the 60 one. In the other versions, you can only do it for standard characters, and this one you can do it for limited characters. So, and I think this is only for duplicates, by the way. I do not think that this is for, like, I'm just going to get the character. Correct me if I'm wrong, so please correct me if I'm wrong about that. So, Thieves Cognite Shard 5-star weapon special gift campaigns, they're going to give us some more rewards, pretty much. Previous mentioned campaign where players can obtain Minami's Cognite weapon. And then we're going to get around late September, we're going to get Cognite shards and another 5-star weapon. So, it's really cool stuff. This is really, really good. This has warmed my frozen heart. I think that we need to still be skeptical and still be on our toes. I'm not saying this to shit on Sega. I'm just saying, as a whole, they have burned us quite a few times already, so keep holding them accountable. I will say this is an absolutely amazing thing that they did, though. Amazing. This has, I won't say it saved the game, but they have pretty much stapled that they're going to be around now for quite a while. They still have plenty of room to fuck up, but this is definitely going to be one of those things that's going to get people back in. When will these be implemented? How are they going to be implemented? We will see. If they say, the 110 guarantees coming on 2.0, I will shit my pants. I will shit my pants on stream. But until then, there's no dookie in my pants. So we'll see how this goes. But I just want everyone also that watching know, who voted with their wallet, who stood their ground, and rated the game like shit. You guys did fucking awesome. We as players do not deserve to be treated like crap. I've been playing gacha games for an extremely long time, even though some comments said that I never have. I played fucking Summoner's War, FGO, shut the fuck up. I know what bad gacha looks like, okay? This was a shitty situation that they put us in, and we all did great, and now hopefully this game does even better, because I'm gonna be totally fucking honest with you. I mean, completely honest. I love this game. I love this game. I think this game is amazing. I could play it for hours on end and not get bored and not get tired. It's just this shit that was, that they were pulling, it's always going to stay in the back of my mind. Now it's like, okay, you're fixing these things. I'm willing to spend money on the game. I wasn't gonna give you a dime. But now you're gonna fix these things. I'll give you money. And it's really that simple. As long as developers understand that people will give them money if they're good to them. I know that's a mind-blowing thought, but just saying. So, anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.